Welcome to the session on ancient Indian life sciences. Life sciences, now called biology, is as old as human being. All of you heard about the life sciences. Life sciences means that it is a science about the life process. So life process means it is as old as human being, because human beings started studying on life. We humans started studying on life. Man and nature are interdependent. All of us know it. Man and nature are interdependent. Man depends on the nature for his livelihood, for his existence, everything. We can see a lot of information regarding man-nature relationship in our Sanskrita literature. Sanskrit Sahitya, in Sanskrit Sahitya or literature, we can see a lot of information about man-nature relationship, Prakriti and Manushya Sambandha, that we can see in our ancient Sanskrita literature. So according to the ancient Indian science and philosophy, the entire universe is made up of Panchabhutas. Entire universe is made up of Panchabhutas according to our ancient Indian sciences and philosophy, as mentioned in Sanskrita language. So here Sanskrita is not just a language. Sanskrita, it is not just a language, it is a voice of Bharat's soul and wisdom. Our country's soul and wisdom, it is the voice of Bharat's soul and wisdom. So our culture is in this language because for hundreds and thousands of years, Sanskrita language was medium of communication. All the literature was communicated through this language for centuries together, for thousands of years. So we can see Sanskrita literature starting from Kashmir till the Kanyakumari, from east to west and west to east part of our country. It is uniting the entire nation. It is a link between our past and present. What was the contribution given by ancient Indians, our ancestors, to the science or to any field is recorded in this language, is recorded in the literature available in this language. So we can consider it as a link between our past and present. In today's globalized economy and in the context of knowledge society, we need Sanskrita more than ever before to preserve our mourning, to bridge the ancient and the modern, to unravel the knowledge contained in the ancient texts. In today's globalized economy and the context of the knowledge society, we need Sanskrita more than ever before to preserve our mournings, to bridge the ancient and the modern, to unravel the knowledge contained in the ancient texts. So as I already mentioned, according to the ancient Indian sciences and philosophy, the entire universe is made up of Panchabhutas. Then what are the Panchabhutas? Prithvi, Ap, Teja, Vayu, Akasha. Prithvi, Ap, Teja, Vayu, Akasha. These five are called as the Panchabhutas. Prithvi means earth, up, water, Teja, fire, Akasha, space, Vayu, air. You can have the English translation like this. So these Panchabhutas, its combination, it produces so many things. All the living creatures are made up of the Panchabhutas. We say after a person is cremated, then he is one with the Panchabhutas, because the body is made up of Panchabhutas. The physical body is made up of Panchabhutas. The saying Yadapinde Tada Brahmande, Yadapinde Tada Brahmande means that the internal body and the external universe are similar. Internal body and the external universe are similar. We know the gene concept. The whole physical body, the entire physical body, all its imprints are recorded in a single gene which is not visible to our naked eye. The gene which is transmitted from the parent to the offspring contains a complete recording of an individual about which part of the body it should be located. Even we know the behavior, so many things are transmitted from the parent to the offspring. So, Yadapinde Tada Brahmandi, which is in minute form, that is visible in the Brahmanda, bigger form. The internal body and the external universe are similar. An imbalance in the Panchabhutas is the root cause of all that is going in the world. An imbalance in the Panchabhutas is the root cause of all that is going in the world. So, Panchabhutas, very much important. But based on the Panchabhuta theory, many assumptions, clarifications, works, theories are being done, as we can see today also, based on the elements, whether it is 98 or 108 or 117, whatever the basic elements, what is being called. Based on these elements, its combination, a lot of things are being produced. The same way, during the ancient days, they described the whole theory based on the Panchabhutas. Humans are bombarded by, the internal Panchabhutas of the human are bombarded by numerous man-made toxins introduced through the modern lifestyle. Human body is made up of Panchabhutas, it is already mentioned. The internal Panchabhutas of the human are bombarded by numerous man-made toxins introduced through the modern lifestyle. Leading to the disease of body and mind. Leading to the disease of the body and mind. So, many toxins are introduced through the modern lifestyle. So, balancing the Panchabhutas is very much important. That's why today also we can see about the Jala Chikitsa, Karma, etc. So many kinds of Chikitsa which is based on the Panchabhutas. Our physical health depends on the inputs like air, water, and food, and of course, exercise to the body. Our physical health is depending on the inputs like air, water, and food, and of course, exercises to the body. What kind of air we intake, what kind of water we take, the food we consume, exercises we give to our body, the exercise we do regularly, all these contribute to health of our body. So, purity of air is more important. Our atmosphere should be pure. There should not be air pollution. There should not be water contamination. Food should not be contaminated, but the food should be pure, clear, healthy. Water should be pure. Our body should be given proper exercise. For the maintenance of health, these things are more important. For the maintenance of physical health, these are more important. Just as to rebuild a collapsed wall, one needs the same material the wall was made of. When a wall is being collapsed, the same material is required to rebuild the wall. The same way, diseased human can be brought back to health by administering only the Panchabhutas, because the body is made of Panchabhutas. By administering the Panchabhutas, the diseased human body can be brought back. It can be put in proper condition. It can be made healthy. Veda says, Sajiva Sharadashatam, Jivema Sharadashatam, Shumyama Sharadashatam. Means let us hear for 100 years, let us live for 100 years, 100 Sharadrutus, 100 years. Let all our Indriyas be active. Let us live with healthy Indriyas for 100 years. If our Indriyas to be healthy, we should maintain the body properly. We should intake proper air, water, food, and do proper exercises. The health concept arises from the study of life sciences. From the study of life sciences, the health concept is also available. Then what is health? The definition of health is given in the shloka. Samadoshaha samadnischa samadhatumalakriyah prasannatmendriya manaha swastha ityabhidhiyate. I repeat. Samadoshaha samadnischa samadhatumalakriyah prasannatmendriya manaha swastha ityabhidhiyate. When the three doshas are in equilibrium, one's digestive fire is normal. When the sapta dhatus are in equilibrium, when the excretory system is functioning properly, then one's soul, mind, and indriyas are in peaceful condition, and that individual is said to be healthy. When the three doshas are in equilibrium, what are the three doshas? According to our ancient concept, Vata, Pitta, Kapha are said to be the three doshas. These are present in human body, these are present in animals, these are present in plants. So based on this Vata, Pitta, Kapha, Tridosha concept, whether a person is diseased or whether he is healthy can be decided based on its aggravation or its quantity, whether it is less or more. Once the digestive fire is normal, Jataravagni, it should be normal for the good Pachana Kriya, for proper digestion. All the digestive juices should be secreted properly. Then food will be properly digested. So in ancient terms, it is called as a Jatragni. Once the Jatragni or the digestive fire is normal, that person will have proper digestion and is healthy. When the Saptadhatus, which are the Saptadhatus, they are mentioned as Rasa, Ratta, Mamsa, Meda, Asti, Majja, Shukra. Rasa means, in modern terminology, it can be compared to the plasma. Ratta, blood, Mamsa, flesh, Meda, fat tissue, Asti, bone, Majja, bone marrow, Shukra, semen. These should be in equilibrium. Saptadhatus should be in equilibrium. And also the excretory system should function properly. Malakriyaha, which are the malakriyas? Discharge of urine, stool, and sweat. Discharge of urine, stool, and sweat should be proper. Those organs should, excretory organs should function properly. Malakriyaha, that should be, even the excretion should be proper. Inhalation should be proper. Intake of food should be proper. When all these are proper, then digestion should be proper. When all these are proper, when all these are in equilibrium condition, then one's soul, mind, and organs or the indriyas, one's soul, mind, and indriyas, panchendriyas, are in peaceful condition. Prasanna Atma Indriya Mana. Then an individual is told to be healthy. Then he is said to be healthy. Swastha iti abhidiyate. Then he is said to be healthy. Swastha iti saha abhidiyate. An imbalance of these is called as a disease. Samadosha samadnischa samadhatu malakriyaha prasannatmendriya manaha is called as swastha. An imbalance in this is called as disease, aswastha. This is the Indian concept of health. We know even the Western medicine, it believed in physical well-being, mental well-being, and later social well-being, and also spiritual well-being. Even Western medicine also believed in this: physical well-being, mental well-being, social well-being, spiritual well-being. Our Indian health concept is also the same thing. Physical, mental, social, and spiritual well-being should be there for a person to be said as healthy. The Indians visualized physical, mental, social, and spiritual well-being for definition of health thousands of years ago. It is mentioned in our Samskrita literature. Indians also believe that a food or medicine prepared by violent means affect the consumer. Food or medicine prepared by violent means affect the consumer. Only Indians know about Sattvika, Rajasika and Tamasika food. And the Bhagavad Gita also mentions about Sattvika, Rajasika and Tamasika food. And their characteristics, the characteristics of Sattvika, Rajasika and Tamasika food is also mentioned. Their characteristic effects on humans as reflected in the shloka of the Bhagavad Gita. Aha rasprati sarvasya trividho bhavati priyaha yajnas tapastatha dhanam tesham bhedamimam shrunu. It is mentioned. Aha rasprati sarvasya trividho bhavati priyaha trividha yajnas tapastatha dhanam yajna tapa tatha dhanam tesham bhedamimam shrunu. So this is the shloka mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. The process of fermentation is also mentioned in the Rig Veda. Kautilya cites about 6 kinds of alcoholic drinks in his famous work Arthashastra. Kautilya, he mentions about alcoholic drinks in his famous book. Kautilya, in his Arthashastra, he mentions about 6 kinds of alcoholic drinks. In the chapter known as Suradhyaksha. Then Charaka mentions about 14 types of suras. Your cow's urine is also a great medicine according to our tradition, and it is also proved nowadays through scientific investigations. So importance of cow's urine is also mentioned in Chandogya Upanishad. Gavyam samadhuram kinchidoshadnam krimi kushtha anuttam. Cow's urine is sweetish. Gavyam samadhuram. Cow's urine is sweetish. It alleviates tumors. It is bactericidal. It cures leprosy, kushtha. If drink, it will purify the body and is good for the abdomen. This is the statement given in Chandogya Upanishad. Chandogya Upanishad. Gavyam samadhuram. The cow's urine is sweetish, it alleviates tumors, it is bactericidal, cures leprosy. If drink, it will purify the body and is good for abdomen. Now I remember a quote. I remember an article on glimpses of Vedic microbiology, which was written by Dr. T.S. Ramakrishna. The US Patent and Trade Office has granted patent for the Indian innovation, which has proved that cow's urine can make antibiotics, antifungal agents, and also anti-cancer drugs more effective. This work was done by CSIR Center for Medicinal and Aromatic Plants, Lucknow, in collaboration with Govijnana Anusandhana Kendra, Nagpur. Even nowadays, many people do research on cows, the importance of cow's urine, or not only cow's urine, the importance of the Panchagavyas. Charaka Samhita, Ashtanga Sangraha, etc. deal with how a person must live and how one has to follow Dinacharya. Dinacharya is very nicely explained. When to wake up. Brahmi Muhurte Uttishthit Swastho Raksharthamayushaha. Brahmi Muhurte Uttishthit Swastho Rakshartham Ayushaha. Ayushaha Rakshartham Brahmi Muhurte Uttishthit. One has to wake up in the Brahmi Muhurta in the early morning for Ayushaha Rakshanartham. Ayushaha Rakshanartham, for the protection of our Ayushya. And then how to follow the daily routines is also very nicely explained. Not only Dinacharya, even the seasonal regiments. Rutacharya is also explained in Charaka Samhita, Ashtanga Sangraha, etc. Vriksha Ayurveda, it deals with the ancient botany. Life sciences means it deals both on plants and animals. Vriksha Ayurveda, it deals with ancient botany, treatment modalities to the plants, agriculture methods to be adopted, nature of land, etc. So Vriksha Ayurveda, as the name itself mentions, it is Ayurveda of the Vriksha. Ayush, it's Jnana Veda of the Vriksha. So it explains on treatment modalities to the plants, how the plant should be sown, how it should be nurtured, what nourishment should be done, then agriculture methods to be adopted, what kind of land should be there, soil examination, Bhumi Pariksha, then botanical marvels are also explained. Based on Vata Pitta Kapha diseases to the plants are explained and its cure to improve its Ayushya. Those things are mentioned here in Vriksha Ayurveda. Even Dhanvantari Nigantu, Raja Nigantu, Amarakosha, etc. deal with the synonyms and properties of many plants. Dhanvantari Nigantu, Raja Nigantu, Amarakosha, etc. deal with the synonyms and properties of many plants. The religious significance of plants is also elaborated in Sanskrit texts. In Sanskrit texts, they did a very nice job that if we say this plant is to be protected for this reason, people won't care about it. So they gave religious touch, saying this is having some religious importance. So in our country, many plants are having religious importance. We can see about the nakshatra plants, we can see about the rashi plants, we can see about the navagraha plants. So when the religious touch, when the spiritual touch is given, people give more care on its protection. And many flowers, leaves are offered in many pratas, many pujas. All these plants, they are useful to human. They are useful to man. So by mentioning that these are useful to us, these are having the religious importance, people try to protect them. So as many flowers are sacred to the deities, gods, what people will do, they will plant such plants surrounding their house or near the temples. So those plants will be grown. They are also medicinal plants. They are also useful to our health. Even Ashwatha, which is said to be the Vaksharaja. Vaksharajayate Namah. There is a nice shloka. Mulato Brahma Rupaya, Madhyato Vishnu Rupini, Agrato Shiva Rupaya, Vaksharajayate Namah. Even the Trimurtis, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, is said to reside in Ashwatha Vriksha. And even some say that all the deities are staying in its leaves, in its branches. So people consider Ashwatha Vriksha as sacred. And even today also it is proved that Ashwatha Vriksha emit more oxygen. Oxygen is required for all the living being for respiration. So air is being purified, the carbon dioxide is taken and emit more oxygen. So protection of such plants are very much essential for the existence of human being and all the creatures. Because we need oxygen. Without oxygen, we won't survive. So, religious touch is more needed, or religious touch protects the plant, which is useful to us. And as I had already told, Dhanvantari Nigantu, Raja Nigantu, Amarakosha, etc. deal with the synonyms and properties of many plants. So this is the right time that being Indians, we should know our own Indian science, our own Indian life science for maintenance of our health. It's our duty to know. We know that fauna does not exist without flora. The principle of three humors, that is doshas, three doshas, vata, pitta, kapha, was applied to describe the character of plants, the nature of their disease and their treatment. Even Upona Vinoda also mentions that trees of kapha nature have their branches and leaves glossy, flowers and fruits well-shaped and of good appearance, trunk symmetrical and all parts covered with creepers. Snigdha shakha dala shakhi samyak pushpa phalojjwalaha lata parita gatrastu kafavam parimandalaha. This is the shloka given in Upona Vinoda. What's the nature of kapha plants? Kapha nature plants. So trees of kapha nature have their branches and leaves glossy, flowers and fruits well shaped and good appearance, trunks symmetrical and all parts covered with creepers. And the vata nature plants is also mentioned. Krishadirgho laghuruksho nidrahinolpachetanaha nadhatte phalapushpani vata prakriti taruhu. So vata prakriti taruhu, vata nature plants are thin and tall, short and shiny, not dull, with a vigor and not bearing fruits and flowers. So vata nature plants are thin and tall, short and shiny, not dull, with a vigor and not bearing fruits and flowers. So like this, the ancient people, they mentioned about vata nature plant, pitta nature plant, kapha nature plants, like this. There are different kinds of plants. Plants are mentioned by our ancient people. So it is interesting to learn that ancient India not only had medical science for humans, but also for plants, for the Ayurveda. So total life science we can see in Sanskrit literature. It is very much interesting to know about about life science. It is science and life. So Indian scriptures, there are many scriptures, as all of us knows, which mention about the ancient life science, such as Vedas, Smritis, Darshana Shastras, Puranas, Itihasa Kavya means Ramayana, Mahabharata, then Bhagavad Gita. So, a lot of ancient texts you know. And then if you come to the Sahitya literature, Kavya literature, many Kavyas mention about the life science information. That means the life science information is available in all these texts. So let us conclude today's session with a small brief introduction on ancient Indian life science. Thank you.